Okay, let's find those four consecutive positive integers that have a product of 3024. If we let x to be the smallest among the four consecutive integers, then the product looks like this. Now one solution is to solve this for x, and for that we need to expand the expression and then clean it and then solve it for x, which is very time consuming and a bit of headache. One smarter solution is to find x by approximation, but what does that mean? Well, I know this expression includes x to the power of 4. Let me change the color. I know this expression includes x to the power of 4, uh, but why is that? Because if you distribute this x to the rest of the terms, rest of the expression on the left of this equality, then you would get x to the power of 4 plus some other positive terms, which still means that this term would be smaller than the main expression here. Okay, so here I pick only this x to the power of 4, which is the biggest term, and I believe, although this might be a poor approximation, but I think it's good enough for our purpose. Okay, so I know this x to the power of 4 is smaller than the main expression, and I think that's enough for us. Okay, now it's time to replace x uh, with uh, with a number. Here you need to guess, and better to use your intelligence to come up with a good guess. We can start with, for example, 10. So, okay, let's start with x equals 10. Then in that case, x to the power of 4 is 10 to the power of 4, which is 10 thousandths. And this 10,000 is way bigger than 3024. So our approximation, if x is 10, would be larger than 3024. That means the main expression itself would be way bigger than 3024. Okay, then x equals 10 is not a um, good guess, but this gives us a some information. It says that x cannot be 10, but also it should be something smaller than that. So let's try this time with x equals 8. Then we would have x to the power of 4 is 8 to the power of 4. Well, this is a bit difficult to calculate. I can maybe replace that by 8 to the power of 2 times 8 to the power of 2, which is 64 times 64. Maybe it's still a bit difficult to calculate. I can use approximation. I replace 64 by 60, then I would have 60 by 60, and this is 3600. Okay, so if x is 8, then this expression here is even bigger than 3600, which is bigger than 3024. Again, x cannot be 8, it should be something smaller than that. So this time, let's try with x equals 6. Okay, then I would have 6 to the power of 4, which, well, a bit difficult to calculate, at least for me. So I replace that by 6 to the power of 2 times 6 to the power of 2, and this is 36 by 36. Still difficult for me to calculate. I can replace 36 by 30, so this is 900. What does this tell me? It says if x equals 6, then x to the power of 4 would be something a little bit bigger than 900, and that means this expression might be something close to this, because this is the first time that we get something smaller than this. To check that, I need to replace this x to the main expression. Then I would have 6 times 7 times 8 times 9. Okay, if I calculate this, then I would have 6 times 7 is 42, and 8 times 9 is 72. If I calculate this, then I would get 3000 24. And that says that the four consecutive positive integers that we are looking for is 6, 7, 8, and 9.